Throughout history, if someone has never gotten in trouble for what they did, if people, they were always able to do what they wanted to you and never, there was never any upset feeling over it, then they get angry at you because, well, that you can't, they can't feel seriously about you now. There has to be some authority against them first. Then, if they disobey, then it's a problem if they do something evil. That they like creating this feeling that you are being treated as less, that you're made of it. So when you're being treated as less, it sustains you and it's easy for you to remain there. And that the dominant, they are made of dominance, and it creates them and it keeps them up there. It it keeps them above you. It recreates them and keeps them like that. That it's always that there's always something acting against you. That no matter what you do or where you go in life, that what you are will always be a liability to you. It will always have some adverse effect for you. They like making you feel like that. That, that it is natural born, that your nature is natural born bad and theirs is natural born good. And that will never change. That even if you, that you always stick with the thing that's naturally good. And that's it. They won't allow anything else. So there's this ancient way that the world works, and people will not allow anything else to be treated as true or as good. Anything else, they hate you. It's not true. They refuse it. And when you are the person that authority has decided is no good or is bad, they have to treat badly, it's a burden that you have to live with in your life. Nothing in your life is as good. Your life is less happy. You always know there's not as much for you out there, and you always know that something could go wrong. And they know that too, and that's why they don't like you. They want to know that things will work out for themselves in your favor. And that only goes for the superior group. That you don't have the power to do that, and they do. You don't have the same natural qualities, they have them. So always go with them no matter what. I'll never know what it's like to have a home or a family, or know that people don't have a choice. That it's natural. People can't help but feel a certain way about me, that commands good treatment, and to allow that I'm telling the truth when I'm telling the truth, and even let me get away with things. People get away with things in the world, and let alone have authority, which allows you can be telling a lie, you can do all sorts of things that are evil, and people will act like it's true, or it will act like you're good anyway. I can never know any of that. I can't even be doing something that's truthful and good and know for sure that people could never do this, that everyone could not betray me, think I'm an animal, do some evil thing to me. That is always a possibility for me, and knowing that always does something to you and makes your life a little less happy. It cripples you. It I'll never be able to feel as good as other people, because everyone in the world has make sure of it, and they like knowing that they can do that they have the power to do that to someone's whole life. They wanted an inferior person and they made it so. They they diminished my ability to live. They make everything in your life less happy, and that even when you do something, can you keep it? That something could always go wrong because there is something working against you that is not working against them. That nothing is as good or as strong for you as it is for them. That there is always a problem that no one else has, other people don't have, you have it. That's the only thing. Everyone would always rather avoid that. that think it's okay to mistreat someone who has that problem, as if that prevents it from spreading, or that it creates good outcomes to be bad to people who have the bad thing in them, and good to the people who have the good thing in them, that automatically has some good outcome in their world. Regardless of whether or not that's true, it's upsetting to me. I don't like it. People would rather live in this um, sunshiny day, Thomas the Tank Engine, bright blue skies, and small town, leave your doors open, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, country Christian paradise. And where everyone's your friend, nobody hates you, nobody's bad, instead of living in the real world where half the people are brown, speak a language you don't know, streets are dirty, and there's rats and prostitutes and homeless people, and people like me compare the homeless and prostitutes to animals, and the government's gunning people down, and there's fear and hate, and people in power are always lying, and nobody cares, there's nothing you can do about it, nothing ever feels right or comfortable, there's fear that never goes away, nothing ever feels right, and then you die and it's all for nothing because there's no God. That's the real world. That's reality, and they're never going to, as long as, but reality here is like a popularity contest. It's not based on truth, it's based on whatever has power. And if it's popular, they can know it, they don't have to feel it. And they're always going to deny it if it means they don't have to feel the world the way that we have to live it, and that makes it harder for us. But it doesn't matter. Nothing. I don't know, no one seems to care, but part of that is that no one cares. Everyone is the same, it's always the same no matter what you do. There's so much force acting against you, no matter, so much hatred and disdain and contempt. People would go to any lengths to make sure that you have to feel intimidated and can't speak up for yourself. Everyone, because everyone else treats it like it's not true and hates it, then they constantly try to force you to treat something, the truth, like it is not the truth. Hate things because everyone else permits it. The truth is that if you want a society of good people, that is good, it has to be made of good people. You have to go somewhere, find some place with people who are good and make a society out of them. Those people are not here. You're not going to find that here. The fact that people could ever betray other people and do these things shows that they're always going to be those people. That is not a changeable problem. There's nothing you can do about the fact that everyone approves of doing evil things to other people. You have to find people who aren't like that. People have to not be like that. You can't change them once they're like that. Nobody cares, but that's the truth. People have to not want that. They have to be the kind of people who would never do that, and we don't have that. There's nothing anyone can ever do about that.